Geometry. Geniuses. We're in this. 3-7. Kind of taking a little bit of a detour from graphing since Algebra 2, but it's back again. You can handle it. You're smart. So what's going on here? After this lesson, you'll be able to write equations of lines, and you already know how to graph lines, so that's going to be a given. We'll see our old friend slope-intercept form. Recall? We use the general form y equals mx plus b to graph those out. If you get stuck on these at all, the signs in the room should help you out. Point slope form, this was written like so. Y minus y1 equals the slope m x minus x1, where x1, y1 is some point on the line. Given a point and a slope, write the equation of the line. Given 2 points, write the equation of the line. Recognize horizontal and vertical slopes and lines, and also be able to identify the slope of those. So, quick refresher here, all of this information you probably have buried in an Algebra 2 notebook from way back when. If you still have it, great. If you don't, this is what you'll need. We see the slope is helping us tell us how steep a line can be. Since we've been working with different types of lines kind of all going at once, it'll be nice to differentiate between what makes one line different versus another line. So we have 4 lines here that we're being asked to find the slope of. This one's super easy because they already give us points on each line, so let's just start with A. I know that A has the points 5, 7, and 2, 3 on it, seen here. I'll color coordinate a little bit, I got some time. So this is going to be A, line A, cutting through. I know that the points on there are, again, 5, 7, 2, 3. I know right off the bat that this is going to be a positive slope because it's going up and to the right, so you can still use those instincts. We can take the difference of our y terms, 7 minus 3, 5 minus dose, 7 minus 3 is 4, 5 minus 2 is 3, and this is going to be our slope for line A. I use the subscript of A, so you know I'm talking about the slope A, right? Cool, great, glad we can agree on that. Slope B, if you want to pause the video, try that out on your own, go for it. These are going to be pretty easy. I'm only going to look at B because C and D are going to be pretty simple, so I'll get to those in a second. I know that B cuts through, I'll use green for that. The points on there are going to be -1, 2. In addition, 4, -2. So we've got 2 minus -2. Be careful here. You're always subtracting, even if the term's negative. We have -1 minus 4. Top's going to give us 4. -1 minus 4 is -5. And this is the slope of line B. C, I know that this is a flat line. It's not going up, it's not going down. It's rather sad, but I know that it's flat, so we can say that this is actually a slope of 0. Not to be confused with the next one, which is just going straight down. Look, line D is going straight down, so what's the slope of that going to be? Put your Algebra 2 cap on. It's undefined, bro. Come on. Algebros. You're still out there. You just needed a quick refresher. It's just dropping. You can't walk up that. It's undefined. So we're good on those. What else do we got? Basic ones, more Algebra 1, declaring slope in the y-intercept. You can work back and forth between these types. So I know that the slope is always in front of x. So the slope in this case is -4/3. Our y-intercept is 1. We can do the same thing here. Notice the slight change, x is moved over, but that can't stop you because that is now -1. Your y-intercept's 3. This, although there's no number written, you can say that your slope is +1. What about your y-intercept? There's nothing else after that. What should it be? 0. A little tricky here. We're in standard form, but that can't stop you from succeeding. Just solve for y. So we could say this is 4x minus 12 equals 3y. Divide everything by 3. 4/3 x minus 4 equals y. 4/3 is our slope. -4 is our y-intercept. Done. A, B, and C are easy. The slope is in front of the parentheses. A point on the line. That's a little tricky. So with these, you have to be a little bit more careful. Well, they asked us just for the y-intercept, so we'll just do that. So we know that the y-intercept occurs when x is 0, so we would say y equals 5/2 x, but now x is 0. So it's really just 5/2 times 8, which is going to be 20. So our y-intercept in this case would be 0, 20. I'm going to pass on the other ones. You won't really see this kind too much. We can skip those. Graphing again, do we really need to? Algebra 2, you should know how to do this stuff. It's already given, honestly, here, but you see that we still use slope. If we're given our y-intercept, we can use the idea of rise over run, where our rise is up top, our run is on the bottom. Although in this case, they give the y-intercept and then kind of backtrack to get the other points. We can do the same thing if we go to the right, just run 3, go down 2. Can keep doing this all day if we want to, but we got other better ways to use our time. So you get the idea on those. We'll practice these in class, and that's pretty much it. So we see lots of lines graphed out. This should feel more like an Algebra 2 review of graphing, or maybe even Algebra 1, because you've graphed lines like this before, and getting slopes pretty easy. So if you have any questions on this, bring it to class or shoot me an email. Thanks for watching.